Hey there, Ninja. I'm Stephanie from fearlessfresh.com, and I am super stoked to share with you this recipe for Pioneer Woman meatballs. Now, this is not my original recipe. This recipe came from Marie Drummond, who is the original, the one and only Pioneer Woman, right? She's amazing. We love her. She's actually a really incredible home cook, and she's a super nice person to boot. That's the thing about Ree. She's just super sweet and down to earth. Anyways, I love this meatball recipe for a couple reasons. One, because it's super simple. Like it literally takes 5 minutes worth of work. You throw the meatballs together, you put them in the fridge for a little while to firm up, and then you throw them in a pan with some sauce and then you bake it. That's it. Like literally that's like the amount of time it took me to describe it. It wouldn't take much longer than that to make them. So basically what you do is you take your ground meat, you take your vegetables, you mix them all together, and then you form them into meatballs and you put them in the fridge and you let them rest so they solidify into their little happy meatball shapes so they don't fall apart when you bake them. And then as they're resting, you make a really simple sauce. And this sauce is really what nails it. So it's a mixture of soy sauce and ketchup and vinegar and a little bit of Tabasco. And you can adjust the amount of hot sauce that you like or use whatever hot sauce you like. If you like them really spicy, add more. If you don't like them spicy at all, then completely leave it out. Or if you have like a specific sauce that you really like in California, we have this stuff called pepper plant sauce. It's made out of like black pepper. It's really tasty. It's a super versatile sauce and it's a super versatile recipe. Then basically what you do is when the meatballs have rested, you take them out of the fridge, you put them in a baking pan, you drizzle the sauce over all of the meatballs and you bake them, and that's it. And you can't really get any simpler than that. It's a beautiful hearty dish. It's incredibly flavorful. Like the ketchup and the vinegar and the hot sauce and the soy sauce really give it this it's like a power punch of flavor, right? Like if you are used to really bland weeknight dinners that take forever, this is going to be your new favorite recipe because A, it's really easy, B, it's really fast, and C, it's really flavorful. It's also a very flexible recipe, so you can adjust it as you like, right? So there's onions and carrots and some other stuff in the meatballs, along with some oats to kind of hold them together. And here's actually a thing about adding cereal grains to meat, like meatloaf or meatballs. It's that those cereal grains, like the oats, they soak up all the moisture from the meat and they kind of hold it together. And so that's why you're making the meatballs rest in the refrigerator for a few minutes, because what it's doing is it's giving the oats time to soak up all the moisture and really hold those meatball shapes. But you can use any kind of cereal grain you want. You could use white rice if you want. You could use cornflakes. I've actually made meatloaf and meatballs with cornflakes, no problem. If you've got an old box of cornflakes hanging out in your pantry that you don't want to throw away because you hate food waste like I do, this would be a great use for it. You can throw whatever you want in the sauce. If you don't like ketchup, don't use it. Use barbecue sauce. Add some mustard if you really want awesome mustard flavor, or just make your own sauce, kind of wing it, just throw a bunch of stuff in a pot, taste it, and if it tastes good, you can easily drizzle it over these meatballs and it'll probably be delicious. So somewhere on this page, you will find either the recipe or a link to the recipe. And I suggest you find it and make it because you're going to love it. The recipe is hosted on fearlessfresh.com. And as always, visit fearlessfresh.com because it's the place to be if you want to become a faster, more creative, more efficient home cook. Have a good one.